Hey everybody, it's Brian with TechCrunch. We are here taking a look at the new MacBook Pro. It's been 4 years since the company has released a really substantial upgrade to this line. It's going to be a lot faster, the graphics are better, the screen is brighter, the performance is just improved all around. You know, you're able to get 16 gigs of RAM on the 15-inch, up to a terabyte of storage. Really good specs. You know, this is the pro level notebook, so this is really aimed at creative professionals and anybody who just wants to get more performance out of their system. It's thinner, it's lighter than the last version. There have been a few aesthetic tweaks. It looks pretty similar. A lot of the ports are gone right now. There are currently 5 ports on the system. So headphone jack is still there. Otherwise, everything else is a Thunderbolt 3 USB-C port. So they're all exactly the same. Good news, you can actually charge it from any one of the 4 ports. You can use it to charge the system while powering a bunch of high-end monitors. The bad news, however, you're gonna have to buy a lot of adapters. Apple's claiming that, you know, creating these uniform ports is not only future-proofing the system, but it's also making it a little more elegant. I guess it depends a lot on how elegant you think plugging a bunch of dongles into the sides of your system are. All around, I'm really enjoying the computer so far. I've been using it for a while now. The keys have been improved quite a bit over the last version of the MacBook. They're not quite as responsive as on the old MacBook, but the performance is going to be better. The touchpad is the same as in the last MacBook as well. It's a 1.5 times larger, so it takes up like most of the front of the system, but it's a little bit more responsive than the old version. The speakers have been improved overall, so the sound is quite a bit better. But the big update here, of course, is the touch bar. So there's a little Retina display wedged between the keyboard and the screen. Every time you open up a new program, you're gonna get different contextual information. It's extremely responsive. I was actually really impressed by how good the color is on the thing, you know, particularly if you're doing something like photos, or, you know, those emojis are popping up. It's really bright, it's really colorful. It's really kind of the beginning of this functionality right now. There's going to be a handful of third-party manufacturers that'll be using it. You'll be able to do Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft Office as well. So there are some interesting things coming there, but you know, if you've got like Chrome, for example, it's not going to work. If you're looking at different web pages through the browser, it's not going to respond to those things directly. It's only going to be working with Safari. Really interesting, still kind of beginning stages on this right now. I could see this being a lot of use to people moving ahead. Although I do have to say that it takes some getting used to. You've got to actually sort of compel yourself to use it. It's like anything else. Also really cool, there's a fingerprint scanner built in, so you can use that to start up the system. You can use it for payments through Safari and things like that. So that's a really nice feature. Will save you a little bit of typing when it comes to logging into your system and makes things a little bit secure. All in all, it's a pretty solid upgrade, as one would hope after 4 years of waiting. There's going to be a few growing pains here. Obviously, like the lack of ports are going to take some getting used to. But if you've been holding out on buying a new MacBook Pro, the time is right.